Man, that's a good question. What is the blackest shoe?
The blackest
Jordan.
shoe. Okay, hold on. The blackest shoe.
White people got Jordans though, bro.
No. It's one because it's ugly. For some reason, black people think it's cool.
What's that? Yo, what's up, fam? It's your boys, 3 Tokens. You got myself, LC, Troy,
James,
and
James. What up?
As always, we're here bringing you guys some entertainment, some amusement, but very little cash value. Today, we decided that we're going to do a little bit different. Going to have some fun with you guys, and this segment is going to be Ask a Black Dad. And seeing as how Troy and James aren't dads, it's kind of on me to kind of answer a lot of those questions that these single folks want to know about, or these unchilded folks want to know about. I don't know. I'm gonna make that a thing. Man. I'm gonna make that a thing. These unchilded folks. These happy people. These double income, no kids having people. I'm gonna try and make that sound like an insult.
Trump gave y'all $500 per man.
And I was like, I don't have enough of them. If I think about how much groceries they've eaten.
Kids are cool, but like, you ever had a friend who doesn't have a car?
You like growing up, or like?
Yeah, like when you let's say you were 19.
I know what you said.
And you had a friend who didn't have a car.
Oh yeah.
So he was like, "Man, I want some Taco Bell," and you wanted Taco Bell too. Y'all were hanging out, so you're like, "Yeah, I'll drive." But then you got to Taco Bell, and he didn't have any money either. So you're like, "Yeah, I got you." And you're like, it's like $3. That's not a big deal. It's Taco Bell. Yeah, it's like $3. And then, he's like, "Hey, you want to go hoop?" You're like, "Yeah, let's go play basketball." Wait, I got to drive again. Yeah, let's go play basketball. He's sweaty. He's in your car. You're sweaty.
You can choose your friend. Like, you can choose not to do that with your friends.
I'm about to say, like,
choose not to have.
And like, and my kids are the same way. Like, bro, it's actually easier to get away with it with your kids than it is with your friends, because your friends make it hold it over your head and everything like that. Like,
no, your kids are just young. You wait.
But exactly.
They will.
My kids
are
like,
put you in a home. Put you in a home. Remember when you told me I couldn't have Taco Bell for dinner? Yeah. Yeah.
You know how many times my mom or dad was like,
"You can't take care of him."
How many times
that's gotta feel terrible as a parent.
We'll see, and the "we'll see" you automatically knew meant no.
We'll see always means no.
That's all you gotta do. But as a dad, I switch it up every now and again. Because like my kids are trying to call me on it, I'll be like, "We'll see," and they're like, "We'll see" means no. I was like, "We'll see" means we'll look at it when we get there. So like every now and again,
we know that.
No, every now and again, I will do something. every now and again, I'll do something after the "we'll see." That way, they're like, "Oh, the "we'll see" doesn't always mean no." So that way, when the "we'll see" does mean
your kids are young though.
I'm solid. What are you talking about?
Your kids
like
are young.
14, 10, and 7.
No,
14, 11, and 7.
When they hit like 16, they're gonna ask you for stuff a lot, and it's always gonna be a no. We'll see. But then that one time you're gonna be like, "I've been saying no for like 6 months." He's gonna be like, "Hey, Dad, I need $300," and you're gonna be like, And he'll be like, "Nope." Oh, we'll see.
I'm about to say,
nah. It's gonna be like 16. Hey, son, guess what you're able to do now? There's this thing called a job. Some people mispronounce it and say Job. I mean, if you want to suffer long and get something great at the end, you go get yourself a Job.
You want to buy him a car?
Hey, that was extra work on that. We're gonna give that a moment. That was good. That had layers to it.
Solid.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
How's he gonna get to his job?
Hey, bus
on a bike. On a bike. Lance Armstrong right next to him. Talking about endurance.
And he gonna have to work next to a Taco Bell that you ain't gonna take him for.
Yeah,
bruh.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. How much of your dad shows up in your parenting now?
Ooh, man, this is gonna sound like a shot, and I'm not trying to shoot one at him, but not a lot. And the main reason why, main reason why, like my dad was Army, and so he was always gone. Like he was always deployed overseas or something like that. So like there wasn't a lot of moments to pull from, just because his job just pulled him away. So a lot of my parenting skills or things that I end up doing come from like my mom. Like when my mom would get on me, or like my uncle. Like my uncle used to be on me all the time. And so like I see a lot more of my uncle and my parenting styles than my dad. And like that's no shot to him. He was just serving his country, so he had to go. But so like things like my mom was really big on like respect. Like you're not gonna talk down, you're not gonna talk down to her or anybody and stuff like that. And she'll hold you up against the wall before you like disrespect her. Shoot, you met my mom too.
Like choke?
Hands up, fist to chest. My mom was a scrapper. She was not playing. So
LC's only like 4'10" right now, so that was easy.
Yeah, but mom's isn't playing. So like with her, it was a lot of my mom was very big, like I said, the respect side. She wouldn't disrespect, and then her answers to a lot of things was like, pray about it. Pray about it. Let's pray about it. Let's go to pray about it. So for me, whenever my kids have issues and stuff like that, I bring that up a lot. Like, hey, you got something? Let's pray about it. Like, let's talk it through. So I made this joke before that's like my mom, she would go over the top with punishment. So we would have like an hour-long family discussion about how I'm failing at something. And then we'd have a 20-minute prayer that I had to lead. And then we'd have a butt whooping, followed by you grounded for a week. I'm like,
why didn't you? You know what you should have done a week before? You should have prayed. That would have been less.
Bro, one time, I knew I was gonna get a whooping. So I was in my room, like reading my Bible, like praying that like when they walked in, they would see me reading the Bible and be like, you know what? You know what happened? My dad walked in the room, put that Bible down, whooped my butt anyway, walked
in
out
front
the
of the
room.
Lord. Like, just in front of the whole Lord right there.
That's funny.
So
Kanye was watching you.
You should have started praying out loud. That's one thing you should have added. If you would have started praying out loud, possibly in tongues, I think you might have been saved from wrath. But
maybe I don't know.
You weren't far enough into the scripture.
Yeah, he knew you were fake. He knew you were faking. That's why. He was like, he said, I didn't feel the words coming out of you.
Like, why are you reading Philippians? I don't know. I'm just here. He's like, you should be in Ephesians. Move that Bible.
You should have went to Revelation. Should have went to the end. Like, I know how dark this is about to be.
But yeah, so like I said, not a lot of.
Are we gonna revisit Revelations? Are we gonna revisit Revelations?
I was just gonna let him have it. I was gonna let him have it.
Revelations? Oh, I said it wrong.
Revelations.
Hey,
hey,
this is why my friend can't be loved.
Yeah. King James edition only.
That's hey.
Hey, that was really cool when I was little. And I was like, oh, that's like a King James Bible? And then I found out like it doesn't actually mean like anything like specific.
Not really, not at all.
No. Yeah. It's not like a Kia.
I saw somebody say that King James was black. And I was like, what? And then I thought, surely they're talking about LeBron. But they went back to talking about the Bible. And I was like, I feel like it was like if it would have been an old person, I could see it like being a news article, getting the facts mixed up. So I seen a picture of King James the other day, and apparently he played basketball too.
It would probably be a young person like, I got that new King James edition Bible, and his uncle would come in the room like, my Jordan edition Bible's better. My Jordan edition got 7 rings.
That would be funny.
7 rings on it. How many rings the King James edition Bible got? And you'd be like, what are you talking about? I don't. Oh, you want to talk about basketball? I'll just leave.
Jordan got 7 rings?
The Bible version does.
Oh?
I'm just joking.
He's got no.
Goes to a basketball game like, LeBron, can I get you to autograph your book? What? Yeah, your autobiography.
Bro, you know I would do that.
Bible by King James. Like, you wrote this, right?
Hold on. You know I would do that. I would frame
You would
it.
take the Bible to LeBron. You'd be like, "Hey, I saw your book. You mind autographing this for me?" You'd be like,
I'd have him sign
Somebody's
right on
asked
the
him that
front
before. Somebody's got to.
I would
Let
have him
me ask you
sign it.
another question real quick. Since we're talking about
Yeah.
black dads, real quick. What's your biggest fear? What's your biggest fear with having kids? Yeah.
Shoot. I can say the generic, like safety and well-being and things like that. But I think my biggest fear is like my kids growing up saying that they didn't have something that I could have gave them. Like whatever it is, not money.
PlayStation. Oh.
No, like not monetary things. More like,
Okay.
I wish my dad talked to me more, but he didn't. I wish my dad hugged me more, but he didn't. Like those are the things that I am fearful of. Like when they get older, like I want to go and talk to dad, but I don't have that good relationship with them. So like I would probably say one of my biggest fears is that like I want to be able to, when they get like 30 and 40, they come over to the house and feel comfortable to talk, or they feel like they got everything they need, and that like not maybe get everything you wanted, because no one gets everything they want, but like, hey, I never went having a meal. I never went a day with being scared if my dad was going to show up or hurt me or anything like that, or scared that like I couldn't have that relationship, right? So that's for me is like, I guess my fear and my goal is that like at the end of it all, like my kids, whether they're successful at whatever they decide to do, can look back and say, I'm successful because my mom and dad helped me. Instead of like how you see like all the basketball players do, is like, you want to give a shout out? Yeah, I want to shout out my mom for helping me out all those times. And we're like, but your dad helped jump shot. Yeah, but my mom was the one that was there.
A lot of those people didn't have, their dad around. So
yeah, all right. Holiday, Drew Holidays, all like, what is it? The three Holiday brothers are in the NBA, and their dad is around and goes to all their games. Yes, their dad goes to all their games.
Yeah, but like,
shout out mom first.
They also haven't had the platform where like Kevin Durant or like LeBron has.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure if one of them won MVP,
Giannis did shout out his dad.
Yeah, like, but like none of those people have won like an MVP, like the Holiday brothers. Like they haven't won. They're like, hey man, you just had a really good, first round exit. Who would you like to thank? And he'd be like, oh, my, shout out to mom and dad's here. Thanks guys. I'm gonna go.
Are you trying to say that the kids with both parents have a
I didn't
lower
say
chance?
it. I didn't say it.
Have a lower chance of win. No, Stephen Curry.
Hold on. Have we seen Talladega Nights? Yeah, but that one had a whole issue to there too.
Did you use a movie reference versus something real?
Yeah. You ain't first.
He said it makes sense.
Also, how many championships does Steph have?
The same amount as LeBron, I think, right?
2.
How many? 2.
No, LeBron James.
3?
No, does he have 2? 3? I thought he has 3. He's got 3.
Does he have 3? Okay.
He's got 3. He's got one on his own, and they didn't get to the 4th.
So 2 of those came with KD.
Yeah.
And he's never been the MVP.
Yes, he has.
Not in finals.
Not
MVP?
finals.
No,
not finals MVP.
Dude isn't really that good.
But I mean, he's been league MVP.
That's true because he ended up losing, and KD is only a single. Wow.
Yep. See, you need one guy with no dad. I'm joking. That's horrible.
I was like, wait, I will never like that. I was like, oh.
Mathematically, it checks out.
Mathematically?
Just think how good Tom Brady would be if his dad left.
See, I think though, like,
I
think part of that.
My brain blew up for a second. Like,
no, I think part of that is that I think regardless, they still would have been successful with their dad.
They just grew up differently.
Like, they just grew differently. But then they always tend to reconnect later on down the line. They always say, like, hey, I needed that. I needed to talk to them just to figure out, like, hey, how did you handle things? Like, I have your genes. Like, for me, it's a little different, though, because my kids don't have any of my genetics. They just all have my personality, which makes life worse when you have 3 kids who have your personality and don't have your genes. And you're like, you can't blame it on anybody else because that's you, right? Right? You can't be like, oh,
directly taught.
Those, right? Those are someone else's genes, so it's not my responsibility. But then say the exact same things you say, like, well, I mean, shoot, I mean, you got that from me, right? And so I think when it comes to like this, the parenting part, it's who's in your vicinity that you're looking up to, or that who has an influence on you, more than less of like what genetics you have, and like in the sense of like how you develop as a person, like who's around you that helps you like understand and go through life, or helps you like understand like situations. And I'll use like an example. So for instance, like you guys know, like one of my kids has autism, and so he doesn't have that social awareness when we go out places sometimes. So I remember like two stories. One was like we were out at Walmart, and you got to imagine like a black guy walking through Walmart with three little white kids holding hands and just being not happy as I can. Like, you're going to get looked at. And so we were getting looked at, and my son goes, "What are you staring at?" I was like, oh, he didn't mean that. I'm so sorry. Hey, you can't do that. But I'm like, good job, son. They were staring, right? And then they keep on moving. And you'd be like, oh, did he do something wrong? Like, why were you staring at him? So I was trying to flip it. And then like the other thing is like, it would be like, we went to Popeyes one time, and there was behind the counter, there was a lady, she had a gold tooth in her mouth. And he goes, "What do you have in your mouth?" She's like, "Oh, it's a gold tooth." He was like, "You look stupid." Like, no hesitation, straight. "You look stupid." I was like, no! Like, and we haven't even ordered food yet. I was like, you can't do that. They're spitting your food and everything like that. So moving him to the side. So it's like,
I'd have to leave.
Yeah, I
I'd
would
have to leave immediately.
I'd have been like, you know what? I'm sorry. We're gonna go. Please cancel that.
We don't deserve the food here. We're gonna
we're gonna go to Chick-fil-A.
You already know how hard it is to get good service from Popeyes too.
Man,
yeah, you just ruined it.
I just ruined the opportunity.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I will say, you either get really good service from Popeyes or really bad service from Popeyes. It's very rarely like
there's no in between.
No, yeah, they're either hooking you up or you are gonna be mad at the food you got.
But we go back. I'm definitely going back.
Oh, I go back to Popeyes every time. I give them like, this is the worst part. Like, when I go through Popeyes, I'm crossing my fingers like, please just don't be bad service today. Not let it be good service. Just don't let it be bad today.
I'm not even that far. Like, I go to Popeyes and I'm like, I know you just opened an hour ago. Please just have biscuits. Like,
man,
don't be sold out. How are you sold out? You just opened.
Man.
Like, come on.
Which Popeyes are you going to though? Because there's only one Popeyes. No, there's one Popeyes in Oklahoma that's the best one, and that's the one in Edmond.
Well, I mean, I live in Edmond, but they're still sold out of stuff.
But they're nice about it.
Yeah, but it's not that. It's like, you just opened. Like, how are you sold out? Like, you've only been open for 2 hours. Like,
I will say I won't touch Popeyes. Like, when the chicken sandwich happened, couldn't do it. I actually went through. I attempted to go through a drive-through one time, and it was so bad. Finding the sign that said we were out of chicken, couldn't do it anymore. I remember sitting at the drive-through. I was sitting at the drive-through window. I'm looking at them. They're looking back at me, not saying anything. I'm thinking, well, why won't they come to the window? So I back up. I back all the way up to the little speaker, and then finally they had a small sign that said, "Our drive-through is closed. Please come around." Why couldn't somebody come to the window? I hate Popeye. I hate that place.
They were over there like,
remember Pop Copy from Dave Chappelle? That's them. They're Pop Copy.
You know, they were sitting in there like, why is he out the window? They were thinking the exact opposite of you. You were like, come to the window, and they were like, why is he out the window? Why would we go over there? There's a sign. You not see? Can he not read? How do you drive here?
I feel like they did respond like, that's exactly what they said. This over here can't read for nothing. Did
you bleep out the N-word? Did you?
Yeah.
Did you bleep out
Self-censor. Self-censor.
Have you ever said it around the kids?
I try not to.
So yes, but
it doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen often. I think it happens by like when a group of friends are over and everything like that, and we get to talking it up. Because like, while it would be funny, the last thing I want to do is get called up to the school because like my little girl was like, Yo, what's up, my nigga? What? Yeah, I can say because my dad is black. And nobody will believe her because she is super pale skin, freckles, blue eyes, red hair. Ain't no way your dad's black, right? So getting called
so
into
like
this...
you go in there, and then they're like, "Oh, is then from then on like is then it cool?"
No, because like other people, you know how people get.
I know.
Period. Like people online, like they see a little white kid just shooting out the N-word.
Look, there's certain times when it's okay.
Wait for a white kid to say it?
Yeah, there's an old Chris Rock stand-up from like the 90s. He explains it.
Yeah. It's pretty much when no one is around.
No. No. Around.
Something bad. Wait.
Christmas
back
Eve.
Up.
It's remember? It was either Christmas Eve or Black Friday. I don't remember. It had to be within a certain amount of time. Somebody had to rob you in the parking lot.
Robbing, yep.
Yep.
You could turn around and say, nigga, yep.
Yep. There was like 7 things that had to happen, but then you can say it.
7 things. It's like putting in a cheat code. You have to do this, unlock this, press this button. Like once this door rolls back.
But it's a bad cheat code. So like bad things happen to you, but then you unlock a really dumb ability.
That's my only problem. I feel like whenever I see white people say it, I feel like they're coming from that bad moment. Like, whenever they say it, like it's not like nigga. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like nigga. Like even if they put the A on the end of it, like trying to be cool, it still feels like it stings a little bit. That'll probably be my. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
I think they know too.
They know. So have you ever had anybody like say the N-word around you? Say nigga around you?
Probably.
Like a white person? Have you ever had a white person say nigga around you?
Oh yeah.
Probably have.
You ever notice like they look at you right after they say it first to validate if they're okay? Like they don't
when
check
you gotta
first.
Go off on them.
Well, is it like were they like singing a song or they look at you and say it?
Straight like through conversation. Like in conversation, you know how like we get in conversation, like when you playing games or anything like that, and they pop up, and they get that, and then the conversation keeps going, and you look like, did you just?
So what if it's like that, but in context? Like what if they're reading something, and it's in there? Like, do they need to bleep the word like verbally? No. Like they're reading.
No, they're gonna check though. They're still gonna check. They're gonna look at you like,
they're always gonna check.
Can I read this out loud?
So like your friend reads a meme to you, and it says it. Are you mad? Or are you like?
It depends on how close of friends we are.
There's also the person that tries to be the tough guy too. They're like, oh, I can say it because I want you. That guy.
Yeah. I think that's different though. I'm talking like,
but I think
in the context, like they were on Reddit or something reading the thing, and it was in there, and they just said it out loud because they were just reading. They were like, look what this dude said. And they like read it to you. Like, I feel like that's probably fine. Because also, I don't want you to edit what you're reading to me. Because then I just think you can't read.
I don't know if I'm okay or not okay with it. I feel like if you can bleep it, you can bleep. You should bleep it. Just because
it's weird. Because like growing up, like it was everybody, like uncles, moms, me and my sisters to each other. Like so, it's almost like a part of culture, if you will. So then like I know I have that part of my culture where it's like we just do it all the time, and then with my family not bring that aspect of it over, because the fact that not so much so that I censor myself around them is that I don't want them to get in trouble elsewhere with it. Right? So I don't want to be like, oh, you can only say this in the house, or you can only say this with these group of people, or you can only say this around me, because they're kids. Like, they don't.
Just better and just don't.
Right. It's just better to don't. Just like I don't cuss. Like, and if I do, it's very rare. And it's one of those, like, if you say a cuss word and your kids hear that cuss word, and you tell your kids, oh, that's a bad word, don't say that word, your kids are gonna think, well, mom and dad says it, and now I can't say it, it's cool. So then when I go to school or I go out and about, I'm just gonna be cussing all the time because it's like taboo and something I shouldn't do. Right. So to avoid that, you just you don't cuss and things like that. And like, so for me, Like that N word is to prevent them from like thinking it's normal for them to go out and say it.
What if they did? What would you do? Like, what if you got like a report from a teacher or something like that, or they were out with a group of friends and some adult came up to you and said, "Hey, I don't know if you want to talk to them about this," because I feel like that's how that conversation would start off.
I think it depends on who that adult is, though. Like if a mutual person comes up to you like, "Hey, man, your kid threw the word out. I don't know how you guys handle that." You'd be like, "Okay, that's cool." But if some lady came up to you from like the school board and was like, "Your kid," immediately you'd be like, "You know what? No, we're gonna argue just because."
No. So I think it depends on like who it was. So let's say, for instance, like you guys are coming over and everything like that. Like my oldest is just like, "Oh, yo, what up, my nigga?" And you guys are like, we gonna let that happen? And I'm like, you see me, right? Like,
I'm dapping
what did you expect? Right? Y'all probably dap him up. You'd be like, I'm uncomfortable, right? If you guys were like, I'm uncomfortable with your son saying it, I'd be like, all right, Blake, let's change.
You tried something.
I'm too raggedy. I'm too raggedy. I'd be like, LaCorwin. We're LaCorwin, man. What we doing? Is this what we doing? Is this how we do business now? Is that how we we talk to people?
but
I'm gonna buy him. I'm gonna buy him some Jordans to make it worse.
We're buying some Timbs.
Nah, black Air Force Ones. That's all black.
Is that the blackest shoe? Is that the blackest shoe?
With the strap? Yes, with the strap on them.
Man, that's a good question. What is the blackest shoe?
The blackest shoe? Okay, hold on. The blackest shoe.
Why people got Jordans though, bro?
No. It's one because it's ugly. For some reason, black people think it's cool.
What's that?
Foam posits, man.
What?
Nike foam posits. That's the blackest shoe. They come in every color. They come in every material. People try to wear them dressy, like they are boots. Nah, it's the worst shoe, and we really need to get away from it.
Somebody screenshot it. I don't know what that looks like. What is that?
Foam posits?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, and I'll pull it up and I'll show you.
Okay, I was gonna say I can pull them up. But
and that's the blackest shoe?
That's the blackest shoe.
I say like foam posits or what is it?
I think you get it with the Air Force One.
Jordan Concords. No, not Air Force Ones. Definitely not the Air Force.
Concords are like a staple basketball shoe also. So like a whole basketball team will have them, like there's no whole basketball team rocking foam.
Yeah, but like while playing basketball, I'm just talking about like walking around.
No,
if you say
Stacey Adams.
If somebody who doesn't fit the description,
that's the dress shoe.
Can leave that shoe on and go to Target, it no longer falls into the category. We're talking absolute blackish.
That's what I'm saying. Stacey Adams. Stacey Adams, though. Nah, check this out. It's a dress shoe. Yeah, because I for one, I feel like I would have seen these foam posits more. I haven't seen them more on black people.
You just don't know the name. That's what.
Okay.
You have, I guarantee. They'll see. Get the picture. Anyway, let's keep
going.
But
I am going to say, whenever somebody says, got some dress shoes, to me, they will literally have just left Brooks Brother. They're going to look at me and then say, did you get some Stacey's? I promise you that is the blackest
I do hear that. Yeah.
shoe. And I have never seen a white person wear Stacey Adams who wasn't trying to be black.
So I've never been asked that, actually.
All right.
Yo, you got to pull up like the black.
I'll find the color for once. Yeah.
Yeah, find a black and tan pair because they don't look good. They really don't.
There's a Jordan black and red one that kind of looks like that?
There's a lot of black and red Jordans. You got.
I think here I'm gonna show you the most common one that I see all the time at every Foot Locker.
That should be our survey. I'm gonna put my votes going towards Stacey Adams.
Stacey Adams or foam posits?
I gotta go with foams because foams fit. Like Stacey Adams is specific. Oh, I hate that shoe. Oh, you got to close your ad. Close your ad.
Yeah.
What do you think is the blackest shoe, LaCorbin?
I told you, it's got to be the Concords.
Oh, the Concords.
Those are horrible looking. I hate.
But
those
you see
so
these
bad.
everywhere. These everywhere.
You're right. They're in every
But like
store.
I know I have like at least 4 pair of Jordans. That's why I know I'm like. But the thing is, like, so we didn't have the money growing up for me to just go and buy shoes a lot. We had shoes out of necessity, and you saved up allowance, so you saved up like what you worked for to go get you a pair. So I never like bought my first pair of Jordans until like I was like, I think I got promoted to a manager for the first time, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna celebrate by like bought some Jordans, right? So I bought a pair of Jordans. I was like, these are so comfortable. I was like, I messed up. So I bought a pair, got those, and then I think like 3 or 4 pair later, I was like, this is getting expensive because there are no such thing as good noticeable Jordans under $100. So I was like, put that to the side.
$100 for a shoe is a steal, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, but you're not gonna get notable Jordans under.
No, I'm saying like, let's say you went to the outlet store and you found some decent, even if they weren't Jordans, just regular Nikes or Adidas or something. They're $100. That's like a deal, immediate buy.
But if you get off the brand though, like I saw some shoes the other day. It was on Facebook because you see everything on Facebook these days.
Did you buy shoes on Facebook? Did they come from Aldi?
My friend. No, they weren't Aldi, which I'm not big on the quality from Aldi, but I bought some from Aldi. Man, those shoes kind of have a
you know
time.
what? I'm just not gonna take Troy's opinion on shoes anymore.
What?
You bought some shoes from Aldi?
Yeah, I bought shoes from Aldi, man. I'm not proud of it.
Why would you do that?
The price range, man. Price range. I need to get a deal, man.
I have a goal. I'm gonna win the lottery. And I'm gonna buy a car from Aldi. I'm gonna drive it to your house. Like, hey man, this car got it from Aldi.
That car gonna run for a year, man.
Are you giving it a whole year?
Man, I think I could do the maintenance thing, but nah.
I'm gonna buy a car from Aldi. Buying shoes at Aldi. That's so what? How were they Stacey?
Where was I going with that story? I thought I was going somewhere with it. I forgot.
I have no clue. But
I don't remember.
Like I know when you talk about like shoes and stuff like that.
Stacey,
one of the things like, so like I got really bad into like buying a bunch of shoes, and so when me and my wife first met, she saw all my shoes and she was like, "This makes no sense. Like you have all these crazy shoes. They're just shoes. Like you go to Walmart and get a pair of shoes." I was like, "Walmart? Don't you?"
That might have been the last. No, that might have been the only straw.
You can't insult me with Walmart shoes. And I was thinking back, I was like, did I end up? I probably had a pair of Walmart shoes growing up, but I will not wear Walmart shoes now, right? And so then you fast forward, what, 5, 6 years? How long has it been? We don't say 5 years. Say like it's been like 6. That way I don't get in trouble. Anyway, 5 years later, she's got like almost as many shoes as I do, like all the new name brands and things like that.
There we go.
Oh yeah. She's like she's looking at the Go app and StockX and everything like that, and just trying to figure out like what to do next, like what shoe to buy next. She's like, "Oh, I need these Shinrons." I'm like, "See what I'm talking about? See how fun and enjoyable it is."
You corrupted it. You corrupted her.
I didn't corrupt. I brought her over to my side.
See, I have that problem. I have a problem there too, because like it's not even like Walmart shoes. Like if I go to Foot Locker and I see the shoes I have still on the shelf, like I don't even like them anymore. Like I'm like, I don't want these. like I bought these. It'd be like $200. Bought these shoes, $200. Come back even like a week later, I'm like, they didn't sell out. Oh, I picked a bad shoe.
Bro,
you ever go somewhere and think you have like some real cool stuff on, and then see somebody else wearing it, and you're like, dang, these are just common folk clothes.
No, whenever I have like something that's my favorite, whenever I have something that's my favorite, like, oh, this is my new favorite shirt, And then like a week later, I see somebody else wearing them. I'm like,
yeah, like this shirt, that shirt is ruined to you, right? That's ruined. Yeah.
No, for me, when the Jordan 14s, they re-released them, the Ferrari 14s, but they did the quilted inside pattern, and I was like,
the Jordan 14s.
Yeah, I've always wanted a pair, and I was just
Which
never
color?
was able to buy them. I
Which
wanted the yellow
colorway?
ones.
The yellow.
The yellow
yellow
ones, man.
And so they came out with the black quilted ones. I was like, oh, these are gonna sell out. So I got online and I got up early. I made my wife get up early so that she could help me out. So we ended up both getting a pair. I was so mad that we both got a pair.
That's a bad sign.
I was like,
you had to wake up done.
It's a bad sign.
I was like, hey,
it's a
help
bad
me out.
sign.
And so then when we both were able to get them, I was like, I thought these were gonna be harder to get.
A good shoe requires at least 6 L's before you actually get them.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, man, because I had already made up in my mind. I was like, I'm gonna buy these on resale. Period. Like, because I've been wanting a pair. But
they're more on resale though.
That's fine.
So that's how much I wanted them. Like, I had already put like 400 to the side. I was like, I am.
Did you see the blue ones? Shoes. Did you see the blue ones though?
Resale.
No, I've not seen the blue ones.
Yo, look at the blue ones.
Yeah.
I promise you, life
cool,
changed.
But like,
very.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody know I don't know what I'm talking about. Is that?
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
No, I don't. I was like, I don't think they came out with blue ones, did they? I guess
they
when
did
a
long time ago.
I don't even know what Jordan 14s look like, bro. I have no idea.
They did a long time ago. I'm pretty sure they have blue ones.
Damn.
But they weren't like Ferraris or anything. Like they were just blue and black. Okay, so here's the question: would you buy these shoes for your kids?
Heck no.
Yep, that's where I knew this was going. You're just gonna make them be the lame ones in the family.
No.
Wow.
I will buy my son shoes if they become like his maximum is 120. That's it. I won't buy him any shoes over one. He is hard on shoes, and that's what I was like. I'm not spending money on these shoes for you like later on to just come home with dirt on it. Because if I see dirt on a pair of $200 shoes, we all getting yelled at. Like it's not happening. I remember
everybody getting yelled at. No reason.
Dude, like you remember your first expensive pair of shoes? Like you cleaned the bottoms of them, like after you would wear them. I don't know if that was just me, but like I cleaned my shoes like every day. Like, every time I wore it, make sure they didn't have any scuff marks, no dirt on them. Clean the bottoms of them. No, he comes home like he just got done having a good day of recess, dirt all over his shoes. I was like, never again.
Is that one of the black lessons you have to teach them?
How to take care of shoes?
How to take care of shoes.
That's definitely like a thing though. Like I don't know why I don't know why we stuck on that specifically, but like other people don't get it. Not all the time.
I think it's because like, other people don't value shoes as much as we do.
Yeah,
I think that's part of it. There's just shoes. They're wearing them around and things like that, and they're meant to be worn. But
people in other countries like them.
What'd you say?
People in other countries are big on shoes too, though. Like it's like an American
thing. Them all the time?
No, I mean like having expensive sneakers and keeping them clean and stuff like that. Like I feel like it's an American thing to not like sneakers and have multiple shoes. Like I think as a country, outside of like black people or people who are trying to be trendy and stuff, like they see shoes as like a functional piece of material. And I'm like, don't you want to be like comfortable, or don't you want to like look cool when you go out and stuff? Like don't you want to have like, I have these shirts and these shoes I have are blue and these shirts are red. Like I'm not gonna put blue shoes on. Like it just looks weird.
No. See, I think for me, it's one of those. I like the way shoes look. I like the style, and it's very unique. And like when I go out, I don't want to look like someone else.
Yeah.
And then I also want that compliment. Like, bro, I like your shoes. I want that compliment. That makes you feel good. That's better than like a Facebook like or somebody like sharing your Instagram post. Like somebody walk up to you and be like, bro, them shoes is dope. Where you get them from? And you tell them that they're no longer available.
Yeah.
When I have my Aldi's, when I have my Aldi's on, people ask me that all the time.
Wow. Okay.
So,
no.
I was
where'd you get those from, Troy? Oh, bro, let me tell you, Aldi.
The plug out the back of Aldi.
I got them on resale though, so it was I had to catch it off.
No one buys Aldi shoes on resale.
I was working one time. I used to work retail, and I had some my Kobe 9s on, and this one of the cashiers like asked me. She was like, she's an older lady. She was like, I don't get you guys. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, all you guys back there talking about shoes all day. And I was like, well, we work in the footwear department. So that's what we do. Like, that's our job. And she's like, I know, but I don't know. I don't get it. I don't think about this place when I'm not here. And you guys just talk about shoes 24/7, and you guys spend all this money on shoes, and like in mid sentence, this lady walked up behind me, and she's like, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but I've been looking for the shoes that you're wearing for my kid for like months. He's been telling me about them. Where can I get them? And I was like, you can't. And that was it. And then she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, they don't sell them in like stores anymore. Like, it was only like a 1-day thing. Like, you're going to buy them online, and they're running like $800 right now. And she was like, oh my gosh, he's never getting, there's no way. And she walked away, and I looked back, and the cashier was like, that's why, isn't it? That's why? No, that is why. I was like, now you get it. Now you understand. But like in mid, it was like it was set up. Like in mid conversation, she walked up and asked. It was funny.
No, it's like, so it's funny. Like, my son, he wanted a pair of Currys, Stephen Curry's, the first time around. I was like, all right, cool. I'll let him buy them, destroy them. I was like, I'm not spending money on you again. I'm not doing it. So then he got birthday.
You bought him the dad shoes? Right?
Yeah, you bought him dad shoes?
He asked for them. I'm not going to tell him no. I mean,
yeah,
they only
tell
see
him no. No, you got to tell him no.
No, the first time around, like he wants to express himself. He's buying new shoes. Let him go. He bought him the Curry. He bought himself some Currys. The second time around, no, I'm not gonna disrespect him like that. I'll let him have his shoes. Okay. But then the second time around, he wanted to buy that's
an acceptable disrespect, though.
No, okay, so
he wanted to buy. Like, hold on, let me finish.
Okay,
like,
go ahead,
so he bought the Dames. He bought him some Damian Lillards, and so they were more colorful than normal. So I was like, all right, cool. Destroyed those. I was like, I'm not buying you no more shoes. And then we went to Chicago, and we went to the Nike store in Chicago. Bro, so I got me a pair of Jordan 1s that were super clean. And he was like, Dad, I really like these shoes. And I was like, what does he got? He picked up some Jordan 1s, and I was like, those look clean. So I let him naturally get to a point to where he's picking out good shoes on his own without me having to go behind him and be like, nah, that's trash. I need you to go get roasted in school so that you can make better life choices about your shoe game.
This man is 1 of 3 on pick. That's a fluke.
Nah, he's progressing. He's progressing.
No, this is a fluke. You just happened to be in Chicago. He was experiencing the culture around him. The city flew into his body and made him choose a good shoe.
I'm about to say, we can't pass that off as good parenting on that one. I think you're a fine parent, but I don't think that was a highlight moment.
We went to the mall one time. My dad took us to the mall. We ate dinner, and he was like, hey guys, school's coming up. Basketball season is coming up. Start looking what basketball shoes you want. And this was, we were like younger, so it wasn't like get on the internet and see what shoe was coming out in 3 months. Like, it wasn't like that. It was, you just went to the store and hoped like there was cool stuff coming out. But like, we started looking, and like a month later we came back, but I was like, all right, you guys can get whatever basketball shoes you want. Cause like he let us pick 1 shoe for school beginning of the year, and then 1 shoe for basketball season. And it was like, when we were younger and basketball wasn't important, it was like, no, you're getting Felix. And I was like, this sucks. But then when we got older, he was like, you want LeBrons? You better score some points. And I was like, challenge accepted. There was a point where he was like, all right, guys, you get $2 for every point you score. And then eventually he was like, you know what? We're going to have to cut that off because y'all are scoring too many. My brother was really good. Like, he was in like 6th grade, like averaging 40. But I was like, no, we gotta have to stop doing that. But we went, I bought the second round of the black and white Nike Huaraches. You remember Kobe had those on the black and purple? I had the black and white ones. And my dad was like, oh, okay, those are cool. And I was like, yeah, I love these, are so cool. I got a low top pair later for school and a high top for basketball. But my brother went and he picked out those first pair of Converse that Dwayne Wade had. And my dad went
with Converse.
Yeah, my dad went to the bathroom and came back, and he walked in the store. He's like, "What'd your brother pick?" I was like, "They're ugly. I hate them." And he was like, "No, be nice to your brother. Be nice to your little brother." He's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Nah, Dad, they're ugly. My shoes are cool. His shoes are ugly." He's like, "Whatever." So we go up to the counter, pays for them because they're still in the box at that point because my dad didn't see them. So we go back and find my mom. He's like, "Show me what you got." My brother opened his shoes. My dad was like, "Those are ugly."
That's not it.
And I was sitting there like, I told you. I tried to help him pick some cool shoes, and he picked the ugly ones. Like, I don't know. I was like, I told you they were ugly, and you didn't listen to me. So like, he had to know. He liked them though. He wore them until he grew out of them. So whatever.
My little girl, she's got the best taste in shoes and the most expensive taste in shoes. So I can't let her pick her own. Like the very first time, like when she wanted to start playing basketball, I was like, "What type of basketball shoes do you want to buy?" She's like, "I want Jordans." Mind you, I was like, "You just starting." Like you gotta earn some Jordans. I was like, "You gotta
show them Steph Curry."
Yes, I did. That's exactly. I was like, "Hey, we need to get out this Nike store. Let's go to Under Armour real quick. They got the deals down there."
Dad, can I get some Jordans? You got 6. Yeah.
Like,
can I get some Jordans? You got 6
Let
rings.
me get you some M1 shoes from Target.
You should have started at it. You got 6 championships? How many rings you got? You can get some Jordans.
How many points you scoring? Can you dribble with your left hand? Like, are we dunking on people? Mm-mm.
So you're gonna say that?
Remember that one time somebody dunked on you, LaCorwin?
Nah, let's not go there.
Dunked on LaCorwin?
Let's not go there.
Wait,
we running up on time.
We running up real quick.
We running up on time. Hey guys, appreciate you joining another episode of the 3 Tokens. We're gonna get out of here before I catch too much heat. But hey, I appreciate you guys showing up. Definitely like, subscribe, share the video, share the podcast. Let everyone know that we out here. You sharing your laughs. Now, the other thing I will say is in the comments section, let us know what is the blackest shoe, or if you feel like you can't type that, what is the shoe you see more black people wearing than not? Is it the Converses? Is it is it foam posits? Is it the Nike? I think it's Jordans. Or is it just Stacey Adams? Like, I don't see a lot of people walking around in dress shoes all the time. Let us know. Stay tuned.